NFT Winter strategies. Let's go. Welcome back, y'all, to Real Talk FIRE. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retiring Early. So that's our focus, to help everyone to retire a little bit early, whatever that means for you. So subscribe, comment, join the FIRE movement. Not to mention, you'll be entered to qualify to win a Top Shot moment. Stick to the end because I'm going to pick the winner of the last video's commenter at the end of this video. No, not clickbait. You read the title correctly. It is NFT Winter, y'all. But don't worry, y'all. I'm going to give you some of my tips and strategies for what I'm going to do during this time frame, and hopefully you guys can learn from it. Not financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey. I could be making all the wrong moves, but you know what? It's fun to document and share with you guys what I'm doing. There's definitely whales out there with huge NFT collections. I'm like a small fry, but I'm going to go over transparently everything I have and what moves I'm going to make during this time right now. So if you're watching this October 23rd, that means Bitcoin has broke all-time highs, I think around $64, $65, $66,000. Ethereum has also broken a new all-time high, and NFTs has went the opposite way. The good news is that if you follow my channel, we don't talk only about NFTs. We talk about real life finance, stocks, bonds, index funds, real estate investing. So if you haven't, check out those other videos because we start from the beginning all the way to the end. How much you should allocate for stocks, bonds, possibly real estate, how much you should allocate for crypto, if any at all. We talk about your risk tolerance and just really overall the strategy you should have for yourself. And the thing is, guys, there's no one strategy that works for everyone because everyone's at a different age group. Everyone has different risk tolerance. You could be shooting for the moon. Some people are later in life. They have 3 kids. They can't be as risky. Everyone's got to have their own game plan. That's why I can't tell you, hey, 5% of crypto, 10% of crypto, 20% of real estate. Depends on how much cash you have on hand, how much leverage you're comfortable with. Are you planning to get married? Like this next year, I'm planning to get married. So that plays in, it affects everything. And hopefully I can help you shape your plan by watching some of these videos. Looks like Bitcoin's cooled down a little bit. Cooling down, but they're still at 61,000, which is still basically piping hot. Ethereum, not cooling down at all. $4,100. Where are these going to end up end of the year? I've heard numbers of 100,000 for Bitcoin, Ethereum to 15,000. No one knows, but it's going to be interesting next couple of months. Is it too high to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum now? Well, it's always too high. Anytime you wanted to buy Bitcoin, it was always high at that moment in time. Today, I'm going to give you tips on the 3 A's. The first A is to acknowledge that Bitcoin and Ethereum is on a bull run right now. You might be wondering, why did your NFTs drop 30%, some maybe even 50%? It's because people are banking that Ethereum is going to go up 2x. Would you rather bank on a animal PFP, you name it, camel, penguin, toads, crickets, anything doubling in price, or would you rather bank on Ethereum doubling in price? So if you hold on to some projects that's dropped in half, it might be worth it to get out and get in on the Ethereum bull train. You might make up on your NFT loss what you gain in Ethereum. If you didn't love that project anyways and you got in for the quick flip, you might want to put a stop loss here and get into Ethereum instead. Not financial advice, but that's what a lot of investors are doing probably, and that's why the NFT market is down. In this channel, we talk about numbers a lot. So if the numbers make sense, Ethereum maybe even not even double, but triple or quadruple. Will your NFT double or quadruple? And the answer is probably not. There's only a few NFT projects that really get to the high marks. Ethereum could be the safer bet. Why? Because they're the number 2 crypto behind Bitcoin, and they've always made historic gains against Bitcoin. What do I mean by that? If you take a look here, Bitcoin cooled down and it's only up 0.53% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum cooled down but went straight back up. They're 4% higher than Bitcoin. Historically, Ethereum has always outperformed Bitcoin in terms of growth. The OGs know it, the whales know it, and hopefully you guys know it now as well. Ethereum sitting at a 486 million market cap. Can it double? And I believe so. $1 trillion market cap is not out of the reach. It took Apple, I don't know how many years, 30, 40 years to reach that. They're only just getting started. They have a lot of upgrades coming. People are still scratching the surface of what blockchain can do. And Bitcoin at a $1 trillion market cap is still only, 10% of gold? I don't know what the market cap of gold is. Let's check it out really quickly. Gold's at $11 trillion market cap, so Bitcoin's at about 10% of gold currently today. Can Bitcoin overtake gold? And that's a question people answer in Google. Let's see what Google says. Interesting. ARK Invest Kathy Wood says that cryptocurrency is comfortably going to eclipse gold's $10 trillion market cap. Well, yeah, crypto market in the totality, but Bitcoin itself, did she say Bitcoin itself is going to eclipse gold? Hopefully she said that. Kathy, I like your prediction, but your ARK investment fund has still lost me about 7% year to date. So I'm going to pump the brakes on your predictions really quickly. Bitcoin future ETFs just launched last week. I think it will eclipse gold eventually when hedge funds, pensions, God, maybe even Social Security put in a bit of their holdings in the Bitcoin, Bitcoin's market cap is going to surpass gold in a blink of an eye. If you haven't seen this just happened 2 days ago, October 21st. Houston's $5 billion firefighter retirement fund buys $25 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If we do the math, 25 million divided by 5 billion, move the decimals, that's about 0.5% of the allocation towards Bitcoin. We're not even talking about 1%. That's 0.5% of the pension fund. So they're really safe. If Bitcoin goes to zero, that means 99.5% of the Houston firefighters retirement plan is still relatively safe. This is a tiny taste of the wave to come. Pensions are buying into it. God willing, Social Security buys into it. Why? Because Social Security has been horribly managed for, I don't know, how many years has Social Security been out? 50 to 100 years? I have no idea. If you're living in the United States, this is why I bring up Social Security. Because this article says it best. Published this year, 2021. If Social Security were a private retirement fund, we'd sue. I'll put the link down below so you guys can read it. But the TLDR is that we have paltry returns. 2.2% doesn't even beat inflation. Or maybe beats inflation a little bit, but we probably take out more than we grow in earnings. Hence why we're going to go bankrupt soon in Social Security. They could kick the football down the field a couple years, or they just give out less and less and less to the people. This paragraph says it all. It basically says that Social Security is forbidden to invest into things that financial advisors teach every single company, which in turn are practiced and trusted by every other pension fund in America. Social Security can't buy stocks, it can't buy real estate, it can't buy commodities, it can only buy US Treasury bonds. We're buying our own IOUs and getting a paltry return at that. I'm not saying take my mom's Social Security and put in something risky like stocks, 100% stocks, but get some, I don't know, some REITs, get some property. BlackRock's buying everything. Why can't the American government help and do that as well? We're getting off track. Social Security is never going to invest in the Bitcoin. But if pension funds like Houston firefighters or other companies or other savvy pension investors start getting into Bitcoin just to hedge against inflation, hedge against gold, then Bitcoin is going to be looking really good in terms of market cap. I said in my other video, but Fidelity has $4.2 trillion underneath management. If they help to push the narrative of allocating maybe just 5% of your portfolio into Bitcoin, that's going to move the market cap really, really high. And that's just Fidelity. We're not talking about Charles Schwab. We're not talking about JP Morgan. We're not talking about a lot of other things. And I said all that just to showcase that $1 trillion market cap is not that high for Bitcoin. In fact, double, triple, quadruple, it can go up 10x's. It could be a $610,000 Bitcoin in a matter of 10 years. That's what I'm saying. Whereas Bitcoin 10x's and traditionally Ethereum has outpaced Bitcoin, that's why people are getting out of NFTs and getting into Ethereum. Probably only short term. Historically, the bull run only lasts up until January, February. Tax season comes, everyone sells to, pay some taxes. Those who do pay taxes, that is. And then hopefully the cycle comes back into NFTs and then NFTs go up again. To me, the ultimate NFT is and always will be Bitcoin. There's only 18 million of them. I know it's not the $10,000, scarcity mint. It's a 10 or 12 million mint. However, there's 7 billion people on this planet, and how many's going to own one Bitcoin in about 20 years from now? Very, very few. If you're not a whole coiner yet, that should be one of your goals, is to get a whole Bitcoin, because to me, Bitcoin, ultimate NFT. What is Bitcoin's roadmap and utility and airdrops? Well, let me tell you this. There's a ton of airdrops already. However, the roadmap for them is basically to take over gold's quote-unquote status as a store of value. Whether that be 11 trillion or more, I think Bitcoin's going to do it. What's the utility? Well, it's going to make you a ton of money, and that's the best utility that is out there. The more FUD that is out there about Bitcoin is actually, I like it. It makes it stronger. It's battle tested. China banning it is probably one of the best things that can happen. I hope they ban it a couple more times, because Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain was created specifically for this reason. People lose sight. 2008 financial crisis, the government printed a ton of money to bail out corporations, and then us, the taxpayers, footed the bill. Our purchasing power goes down every single year, and 2020, because of the virus, we printed out more money than ever in the history of the world. It's only going to get worse, y'all. One advice that I have for y'all, and I need to take myself, is to get your Bitcoin off the exchanges. Governments can put a freeze on Coinbase. They can freeze your accounts. Bitcoin, if you hold your private keys, no one can ever control. And therein lies the power of Bitcoin. The more FUD it gets, the more people try to control it, the more value it has, because it's made for the people and by the people. And I believe it's actually freeing a lot of people in countries where the government just control way too much. Even though we have acknowledged that Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to go up and it's a better investment than NFTs, not to worry. NFTs, Google Trends today hit an all-time high in search results. A lot of people are searching for NFTs. A lot of people are very interested in it because it's not just value, it's utility. I don't think the winter is going to last too long because unlike before, there's a lot more value that you can get from these communities, meaning people are building on top of the past success. In real life events, games will actually be developed. It's getting battle tested and only time will tell what's going to derive from this. I heard music NFT is going to be huge. And I think that's great for creators, musicians, hopefully YouTubers like myself. One thing I do want to warn y'all is that volume is getting pretty low in OpenSea. And OpenSea is just one of the biggest marketplaces. It might be the same it's probably the same for Solana and other projects as well. You could draw a trend line right here going all the way down, and you can see that there's less and less volume. Definitely in a downward momentum right now. And I've been through the 2017, 2018 ICO days. There was projects that I loved in there. Some projects had in real life, like bar that they had in Japan, NEM. I remember I loved that project. It hasn't even cracked, a top 50 ever again. And most of the projects that you have loved in the beginning will never get back to the top. Some of y'all just gotta face that fact. Take the L and move on. Unless you really love the community, you really love what they stand for, and you wanna help them rise and you're really active in it, then by all means, keep promoting that NFT. But don't say Real Talk F.I.R.E. did not warn you that this will happen. I mean, a lot of people say that already. 99% is not going to succeed, but it's time to face the music. This is the time to really clean up your house, clean up your bags, and move on to things that you love. Which brings us to the second A and the second tip. What are your allocations? Well, guys, like I said, this is more documentary. I'm showing you my portfolio allocations, and I'm learning as we're going through this together. If you rewind back to my videos, I don't know when the video came out, maybe March, February, I talked about my crypto allocations and how I was starting off with 10% of my overall allocations into the crypto space. I don't know what it was at the time, but now it's about 40% of my entire portfolio. Real estate sitting strong, well, not sitting strong, 28%, it fell last, and then stocks is holding on by a thread, 30% to second place. This literally happened in the last 2 weeks because of the Bitcoin and Ethereum bull run. Typically, when this happens for f.I.r.e. members, meaning people with 10-year early retirement journeys, they reallocate so that they can move stuff into risque to more safe investments. Safe is all relative. A lot of people don't even do bonds. They think stocks are super safe because historically they've gone down, but they've always gone up and they always made all-time highs. There are people in the f.I.r.e. journey who's retired, but they're still 100% stock allocated because they have enough cash cushion, they can ride out the wave. Crypto is relatively young, but we've been through 3 halvings, 2012, 2016, and 2020. The cycle hasn't broken yet. We'll see how it turns out because 1 year after 2020, the halving usually is when the next bull cycle runs up. Right now, we're right on time for that bull cycle. I say keep going until it breaks. I'm not a trader, I'm a f.I.r.e. investor, so I'm investing for the long run, which means I dollar cost average all the time. Do I have an exit? And the answer is no. Because if you do dollar cost average, you don't have an exit until the end of your plan. Which is why I love the f.I.r.e. journey. It takes all the emotions out of it. You just invest every single month. You don't even think about it. It goes up, it goes down, it goes left, it goes right. It crashes 80%, crashes 90%. You keep on investing until the end of your journey. And for me, that's another 7 years to go. So Bitcoin going up, down, left, right. Am I going to take profit? Answer is no. However, there are special circumstances. If this number goes to 1 million, you better believe I'm cashing out. Because that's a winning lottery ticket. If it drops 80% from 1 million, that's life-changing difference. Don't get me wrong, 100,000 crashing 90-80% to 20,000 is still pretty life-changing. However, not as bad as $800,000. I've lost $80,000 before. Don't ask me where. One of these days, I'm gonna tell y'all. It was a bad investment. Let's just put it that way. In the beginning this month, October, I did the last quarter update of the crypto investments. Well, Bitcoin went on a bull run since then. So this 81,000, including NFTs, has jumped up quite a bit. 3 weeks later, we jumped up $20,000. We're at $102,000. Plug that number in. We are well surpassed the 86,000 future valuation goal mark. With about 2.5 months to go, we are at 99% of our yearly goal. We're definitely not taking our foot off the pedal. Let's get back into our NFT allocations. It's good to do these reviews because sometimes you're blinded by excitement. For me, I did not think that my NFT valuation market value is at $48,000. That's 47% of my crypto allocations, half of my crypto allocations in NFTs alone. That's about 19% of my overall investment portfolio is in NFTs. To me, that's way too high. We need to get that lower 100%. Right now, NFTs, 20% of my entire investment allocation. If I want to get it down to 5%, that means I need to shave $35,000 off of NFTs. That's a lot. If I want to get it down to 10% of my overall allocation, I need to knock it down by $23,000. What I'm saying is that we have a lot of work to do. I believe NFTs is a completely new asset classification. It's too young to tell how big of an allocation it should be within my crypto allocations itself. Sometimes you gotta go big or go home. I'm not saying I'm not doing that. I'm taking some swings at the bat for some doubles, some home runs. But we want to play a little bit safe as well. So maybe we go a little bit above 10%. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. Let's go over my NFT spreadsheet really quickly so that we can figure out this allocation. I've updated all these numbers. You can take a screenshot of it. Even in the NFT winter that we are in now, if I unloaded everything, I would still be up about 7%. Maybe a little bit less after we take out all the fees, maybe 5%, 6%. But being up in the NFT winter is still really, really good. And a lot I gotta owe it to the crypto dads and the crypto mom. I got a really rare crypto mom. Let me put a screenshot of it so you can see somewhere there. I got a catfish head crypto mom. The dad version of this went for like 4 to 9 ETH. I'm gonna hold this one because I hope crypto moms come up when the winter is done. I really believe in the crypto dad company, community, everything. And hopefully crypto moms carries us to the moon. I gotta floss my crypto mom. I would love to make a t-shirt out of her because she looks way better than my crypto dad. No offense, crypto dad. But we all know the good looks is gonna come from the mom's side, not from the dad's side, because the dad has no traits at all. NFT Solo Fox floors are holding strong. Champions are still going for 2.5 Sol. And I really believe in the project. I'm probably gonna do another video for them. I like them so much and what they believe in and community. They're doing great, great things. And that's probably why that's the only Sol project I've been a part of. I tried to get into some other ones, but they were just a wreck. So Solo Fox all the way for Solana projects. Top Shot by far my biggest money earner. I put a little bit more in there because I got my Clay Thompson moment. Well, I didn't get it yet. It's coming, but I'll show it to you guys. Suitable still doesn't have a marketplace. I've gotten more offers for my pins. I haven't sold out yet. I'm still gonna wait for that. Since we last talked, I think I've done a couple more Vive stuff, so I'm slowly growing my portfolio there as well. You can't take out any gems yet, so that's not profitable. It's just paper profits right now. If we look at my NFT summary sheet, we can see that the majority of the value is in NBA Top Shot and then NFTs. And to move the needle at NBA Top Shot, I would have to sell my Allen Iverson. I mean, I could sell LaMelo Ball, but that would kick me out of 99's Lounge, which I'm not gonna do. Sell my Iverson and Lisa Leslie and Sue Bird. That would get me about $3,000 off of the market and off of risk. I might have to do that. I don't want to do it though. And the reason is because we're also in the NBA Top Shot winter season, a little bit different than other NFT projects. The winter for NBA Top Shot is not a guarantee to go back up, but the project's not going anywhere. It's different than those other PFP projects because those might just go away. NBA Top Shot is here to stay, and they typically follow a different cycle and they go up and down as the season starts, playoffs, finals, things like that. Other stuff come out, so I probably will hold on to this a little while and try to exit out of another thing. You see, we're all learning as we go here. So, which means that we have to take out a chunk from NFTs because that's really what's going to bring my allocation lower to a more comfortable level. I'm probably going to unload my f.I.r.e Inu after I get the Neko drop. That's going to take off my risk, and that way I can free roll, and then I have the Neko, which is another airdrop from the f.I.r.e project where I can make money off. I love the theory of the game, don't get me wrong, but right now, the NFT game is costing more than a PlayStation 5. I don't think NFT projects that have games should have you spending thousands and thousands of dollars in it. Even though I love the project and even though it's just not a regular game they could compare to, I can't see the value in it right now spending thousands and thousands of dollars into a game. Anything I'm putting in teal is things that I'm going to sell. Penelope is a little bit different. They're strapped and ready for the NFT winter. They've talked about the NFT winter. They survived. I think they survived the first one. They're well funded for the second one. I believe they're going to last, so I'm going to hold on to Penelope. Artifact hasn't even launched yet. It's still hyped up. The NFT itself value has still held up as well. So we're going to get 3 Clone X's. Hopefully we get a rare that's going to pay for everything. Crypto Chick we're definitely put on the sell list because I don't like how one of their partners or founders answered the public's, complaints. First off, this guy's a dude. He's not a chick. And he just rubbed me the wrong way. They should have a female answer questions. No matter how green they are and how bad they are at PR, it doesn't matter. You're having a dude come out, in the most upsetting time for the crypto chick community was not the right move. On top of that, the founder launched another project, which is Baby Chicks. I mean, it's still along the chick universe. However, the community was still visibly or audibly upset over what happened. They had like some things with like the New York Yankees cap and some other, I'm not sure if there was bots attacking them. There was just some drama, and then the floor fell. There wasn't much announcements, and then the guy came on, which I think was a horrible move again. Probably they're going to do well in the long term, but I'm not going to stick around for this roller coaster. So these two are going. I'm going to lose about, what, 42% in this one, 32% in this one. However, if you take a look at the paper loss, it's about $700. And I'm going to get back, hopefully, you know, the Ethereum, if or when Ethereum doubles, triples, or quadruples, I will make back in Ethereum what I lost in crypto chicks, no problem. I'd rather bet on Ethereum going up 2, 3, 4 times than crypto chick going back up 2, 3, 4 times. Not saying they're not going to do it, they might do it, but if they do it, great for them. Knights of Degen is a sports gambling NFT project ran by Jack Sonneman. I believe they're a good project. However, I'm not big into sports gambling. I can barely even keep up my fantasy team, although I'm number 1. Yes. I'm just not that involved. I don't know the roadmap, so I'm probably looking to get rid of them as well. OX Vampires Yellow, because I already put that one up for sale. This one of my friends in another Discord group I'm in recommended this to me. I could have sold it for a profit. I don't know why I held on, because, this was during the hype time. Everything was going to the moon, so I just held on. I really should have sold it in the beginning because I didn't really understand the project at all. I just got it because someone told me to. So these are one of those projects, and probably the only one that I got into because what someone else told me. Everything else was self-picked myself. The green ones I already sold. I sold the Huxley comics. It was a free airdrop. I like the creator a lot, so I might get in on the mint of their second comic. Hopefully the next time you see the sheet, it's only going to have a crypto dad, a Penelope, an artifact, and a crypto mom. Hopefully it's all cleaned up by the next time you watch my next video. Out of this $26,000 chunk, I'm only going to free up about $4,000. I need to find out some other areas that I could trim down and bring my allocation of NFTs a lot lower. After Clone X launches, we're probably going to de-risk, so that should bring it down another like $10,000, hopefully. All right, y'all, I think I got it. If I get rid of Seuss, Vive, and Wax, that's 2,000. NFT, the ones that we were talking about, the chicks and everything like that, we get rid of that. That's 1 Ethereum, that's 4,000. Once Artifact makes our Clone X, we get 3 Clone X's, we could get rid of Artifact. That's going to free up, hopefully, 12,000. And then the remaining Top Shot, 2,000, that will total up to about 20,000 we could shave off. That's the plan, guys. Now, executing that plan is the next step, which brings us to our third A, our third tip of the day, is just to take action. We can acknowledge all we want that we're in a bull market and NFTs in the winter space. We can allocate as much as we want. Putting up numbers in Excel spreadsheets is great, but the last thing we had to do is we had to make these sales and rebalance so that we could be in a better, safer spot for the future. Let's say we take all the action, hit our goals, we get to 20,000 NFTs. That means we hit our 10-12% mark, and then that goes back into Ethereum. So that brings up Ethereum a little bit more, which means our allocation in crypto is still the same. So safe is relative because we're still in crypto. We're still, in a risque space. We'll work on this 39% next time. I don't know how comfortable I feel with 40%. I actually feel very comfortable. It could be a good or bad thing. I think it's good. Look, I put more money every single month into stocks and real estate than I do crypto. It's not my fault that crypto takes off and takes a big portion of my portfolio, is it? And the answer is everything's your fault. It's just your risk tolerance level. We're gonna play around with it. We're hitting our goals, so we're okay right now. We will see. I'm gonna do the monthly meeting in about 2 weeks with the wifey. We'll see how she feels about this. I mean, we take a look at her balance sheet really quickly. It's a lot more balanced than me. Over in her sheet, she's way more balanced for now. Crypto has not taken over her entire portfolio. 45% real estate, 27% stocks, 23% crypto. However, I feel that this 23% will change pretty quickly. I don't do much altcoins because NFTs are my altcoins. They're projects I believe in more than altcoins themselves. If I was to do something, it'll probably be in the NFT platforms like Solana, Flow, Ethereum, which I'm pretty much all in already. It's a very interesting time in history in terms of finance, blockchain, everything, how that all works together. Everyone's trying to figure it out. I'm just documenting me and the wifey's journey. Hopefully at the end of 10 years, we'll be celebrating an island and not celebrating at a Burger King. Nothing wrong with Burger King. I love my fries there and Impossible Burgers there as well. And here we go, y'all. I'm picking the winner for the NBA Top Shot from the last video. We have 29 people that qualified, so you have good odds. Here we go. Click start, don't touch it. Here we go. We got Jesse Keith. You want a Top Shot moment. He commented, man, this is incredibly well done. Love you, man. Love you also. Thank you for subscribing. Message me. My emails and the details will get you your Top Shot moment. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for following the journey. I'm going to pick another winner on my next video, so stay tuned for that. Stay healthy, stay fire, y'all. See you on the next one. Peace.